Before all that, among people trying to raise money for charity, the roads which lead from Land's End to John O'Groats are fairly well travelled. But what about cycling the length of Britain with only one properly working lung? Paul Cook was diagnosed 2 years ago with a terminal cancer caused by exposure to asbestos. He spoke to Antoine Allen about how he got on his bike to spread some hope.
It's difficult to be told you've got cancer, but it is devastating to be told there's no hope.
Paul Cook has mesothelioma, a terminal cancer caused by asbestos exposure. A high-risk operation removed the lining of one of his lungs, but nothing could stop him embarking on the epic bike ride up the length of Britain in order to inspire cancer sufferers and raise awareness with the help of his wife, Jill.
You get this devastating prognosis and you're, like Paul said, you're searching around trying to find something to just get this glimmer of hope. And, you know, we weren't finding that.
And I said, if I survive the big surgery, which I mean it was a sort of 6% chance you don't make it, to be honest, then we were going to do two things. One was try and give back and start the charity, and two, we were going to do this ride.
Against the odds, Paul kept his promise. He rode the gruelling 15,000-metre climb up Britain with fellow sufferer Nigel Shaddock, who was more than just a riding buddy.
It's been amazing, actually, to have someone who is going through something very similar. So we can talk to each other, which, although we have loving families and friends, there are certain things that only he's going to get. You know, people think you're ecstatic to be alive, and of course I am. But the worst thing is that you sometimes forget. Yesterday I was, with a friend and their kids and my son, and we all went swimming, and you completely forget, and then from nowhere you suddenly remember that actually you do have this hanging over you, as it were. I think you've got to do everything you can to try and live life now.
What does the word hope mean to you both now?
It's doing everything I can to stay alive long enough for either a cure to be found, although more likely a method of maintaining the illness. That for me is hope.
Hope for me is looking at him every day, and him being the kind of special person he is. He's my soulmate, my husband, an amazing, brilliant friend to my 7-year-old, and he's just incredible. He's hope for me.
Paul's cancer is in remission, but it may return at any time. But the over £50,000 his ride raised will help his charity ERASE MESO bring hope to fellow sufferers. Antoine Allen, ITV News.